Agribusiness brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Thanks for staying with us this morning. We're finishing up here at the 2013 Kansas Soybean Expo here in Topeka, Kansas. We're joined by Ron again. It's good to see you.
Well, it's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, I know. Well, we get to spend time with you every year about this time, and then we see your son at the No-Till on the Plains conference, so we get to spend a few minutes with him. So we like to spend time with your family. So yield contest winner again this year, No-Till, dryland.
Yes.
What'd you average?
It was 70.
Okay.
It was 70 this year.
That's a good year for no water. I mean, it was a tough year. Hot, dry, it was a tough year.
Yes, it was. I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, for the way the conditions were.
Yeah. And you know, we were kind of talking off camera, and you say it's luck, I say it's skillful planning, but what kind of goes into you planning out your year? I mean, every year's different. Every seed's different. Do you look at each year and go, I think this seed's going to be a better seed this year? I mean, because you guys also have a seed company. So how do you kind of plan that out, Ron?
Well, for us in our operation, we look at first what type of soil is going to go on, what farm, and so then we kind of start to design the build from there. You know, if it's bottom ground, if it's upland, so we got certain varieties that will go on those particular tracks. Then the next thing is you know, the inoculants, the seed treatments, the fungicides, insecticides. I mean, that it's a systems approach. You know, so it's not just variety anymore. There's other factors anymore that are really becoming a key player in determining yield.
Well, and we talked a little bit earlier too. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it that being in Kansas, you're able to really kind of focus on Kansas type soils and some other things. Is that another factor kind of into it?
Well, for us it is. You know, we're a regional company, and so what affects us, you know, will affect somebody in Iowa or Illinois much differently than what it does us. So we are specifically just a regional company in our, well, basically 4-state area.
Right. Now, when we talk about fungicides and insecticides and things like that, when you guys look at doing that, do you kind of get an idea of what the season's going to be like and then start applying things from there on top of the seed? Or do you just kind of do, hey, this is what we're going to do every year and this is what we're going to apply every year?
Well, basically we kind of have a general idea of what we're going to and what we're going to do and what we're looking at, you know, certain insects or pests, so we kind of design and build it around that. And then other thing is just testing, because there's always constant new products coming out. Some work, some don't. You know, and that's where we have to test and try and determine which ones work, which ones don't, because there's winners and losers.
And the losers cost money.
Very, very much so.
And the winners can make you money. So
Yes.
I mean, there truly is a science to agriculture now. I mean, it's just not 15-inch rows or 30-inch rows or whatever it might be. There's actually a science that goes into agriculture.
Yes, it is a science, and from what I've learned over the years, it's really started to come down now to chemistry because of the different inoculants. I don't mean to be repetitive.
Right.
Seed treatments, insecticides, fungicides, they're all compounds. And when you start mixing those compounds, there's negative and positive reactions. So there's some that will work and some that won't. And I'm sure that you've probably heard where an individual will go out and spray something and it didn't work. Well, that's all part of this chemistry, and trying to figure this out, it's just amazing. I wished I would have paid closer attention in chemistry class.
Yeah. Well, and when we talk about chemistry, does that affect the genome of the plant as you're applying some of these things, or is that something you need to take into account?
Well, that's a good question that I'm probably not qualified to answer. If you've probably got the right person, yes, they could answer it. For me, I can't look at it and say it's going to work or not.
Right.
For me, I've got to go out and I got to put it in the ground and test it. That's I'm not that skilled.
Right. Well, you're skilled enough to win, what, second year in a row?
Well, lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky.
I'm going to say it's skill. Ron, it's good to see you.
All right.
It's good to catch up with you.
Okay.
All right.